Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. The first carry now for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Falcons' 18-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Andy Isabella with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I would play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves a lot.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. They run. It's Gurley.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 32-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 43 yards on the ground.
First down, Falcons.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Rivers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run on 1st down. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a give right side. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Darnold. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Hayden Hurst, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
On for the extra point.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past her.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. Already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 2, Rivers.
Nice play.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 31.
That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Rivers. This one caught by Ridley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. On the counter, Gurley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Nice.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Leonard Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Able to find Isabella. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defense. Darnold, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50. The 30. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. A little careless with the football.
Not careless with the
football. Last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick up the first.
That was me.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown
Run
now on the
defense
year.
versus pass defense.
And the Falcons draw a bit
Runs
closer.
Get burned.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Andy Isabella with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Anthony Ferkser.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Falcons.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Rivers looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible.
Uncalled for.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 39, Rivers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that gets them back within 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On first down, it's Darnold. That ball complete to Isabella. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The shotgun snap for Darnold. This one caught by Isabella. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again.
Oh, God, he was playing underneath. Good call.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. He's at the 30. 10.
Oh, I played underneath coverage, and I didn't read it. God. Oh, I'm so blind. So
they
blind.
had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball
There you
game.
go. Back to my old
What the
ways.
discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Stupid.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Why? Why would you do that?
Following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, amnesia. Let's get over it. There we go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in.
They got his man complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun.
Nope.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it inside
Nope.
the 35 and just shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Right back to him on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Darnold. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Fournette.
Oh,
he's not going to get there.
watch
That
that,
won't even be
guys.
close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
That's where this
I
thing
thought they
goes
were going to
wrong.
switch out of it. I
Have
didn't
a
know if they
run
felt
set
they didn't have
against
time or
passing
what the
set.
case was.
Well, in
Let
any
him get
event,
away
extra
with
speed
stopping the run.
for great penetration
Wrong,
as they
wrong,
stuffed that
wrong.
one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's fucking
And then
easy.
hits it to
Wrong.
6 and carries
The
into
logic
the end
of it's
zone
wrong.
for a touchback.
Fuck. That's some fucking strategy to this game.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 34 yards there and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong run to the right, reminds him of the 1960s
Nice
Green
play
Bay
fake.
Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
Didn't see him.
This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to fire one. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Hayden Hurst. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
Brett Maher on for the extra point.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived? Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that 2nd play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold eluding the pressure right. Airing one out for Crowder. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's 3rd down. Darnold now to throw.
Darnold.
And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
54-yard attempt.
Close.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
37.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Falcons.
Throwing Rivers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rivers.
Oh, dude, why'd you pull off him? Why did you pull off him?
To the end end zone. Touchdown.
Okay.
Anthony Ferkser, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front.
Well,
and with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Makes the score Falcons 38, Jets 37. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Andy Isabella with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down.
Get in there.
They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
43, Falcons 38.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake here.
Oh,
Rivers.
take me out.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Number 20.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield. Rivers
looking what a rip-off.
And it's incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And it's third down.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Damn, dude, I can't get to my guy.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
13-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 87 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
For the extra point.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly. Right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Rivers from the gun on third down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their... And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Simon that time coming through to make the play. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
There's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side.
So overpowered these hackers.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for
another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Rivers on fourth down. Looking deep for Julio. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Fournette, a first down carry. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Again, it's Fournette, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Fighting through it, he's got space. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check 52 is the mic. Check 52 is the mic. Come to his side.
And they will take a knee here. It's second and goal. Back to the 8-yard line now.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike 52, Mike 52. I got you. I got you.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Today's final score, Jets 57.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll have another home date.